Welcome to Security Theater. I'm Dana Finster. I've been a software developer for over 20 years and in cybersecurity since 2017. And I'm excited to kick off our first BVSSH community meetup with this short talk to get you thinking about security theater. Security theater has been a part of human culture since ancient times. The magic of the theater brings fantasy to life. It tells stories and has always been popular as a form of entertainment, whether it's performed in ancient stone venues or a modern home theater in the age of COVID. Likewise, security has always been a concern for anyone with something to protect. The venue has also changed over time, and today, cybersecurity is paramount. IT security practices should be grounded in reality, not theatrical fantasy. We deploy complex systems rapidly to satisfy our customers. Our culture can't always keep up with this fast-paced reality and soon results in IT theater. Practices that look great from the audience seats, but a peek behind the curtain reveals waste and instability. The old days of relying heavily on firewall technology are gone. Relying on firewall as a primary defense against attacks is not enough. Modern threats have increasing ways of creeping in with smart devices and cloud connectivity. Anyone or anything could be a threat, so the traditional idea of trusting internal networks and mistrusting external networks is obsolete. Security awareness training can help everyone learn to protect their organization and unmask the bad actors. There are so many security tools available, and we want to have the latest tools for monitoring, scanning, password safekeeping, antivirus, intrusion detection. The list goes on and on. Effective, properly configured security tools are a must-have, but installing the tools is not enough. Misconfiguration, missing patches, improper access controls are the OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities, and chasing down bad configurations in an overly complex system can feel like whack-a-mole or your favorite slapstick comedy. InfoSec teams set security policies and procedures to enforce them. Too often, security is in a vacuum, and those not in InfoSec don't think security is their responsibility. But security is everybody's responsibility. Avoid the horror of the security silo with training. The ISACA cybersecurity report found that IT skills gaps and insufficient business insight are two of the top skills missing in security roles. On the flip side, developers need training to take responsibility for security. Checklists specify the minimum requirements to comply with policy. The boxes become the focus, and minimum compliance is considered success. This manual process adds overhead and encourages larger, higher-risk deployments. Compliance does not equal protection. Standard checklists are not effective across different contexts. Teams just go through the motions again and again, whether or not they are effective because they are asked, are the boxes checked? Instead of taking ownership of product security. Product risk assessments include pen testing and review of an application's architecture, data, and network access. When potential risks are found, the analyst is able to inform the team so that any vulnerabilities can be remediated before the product is deployed. Without ownership and education, the team becomes security's puppet, blindly performing the actions that have been requested and handed down, fixing very specific issues without any understanding of the overall impact. CAB is a group that is not directly involved in designing or implementing the proposed changes in a product, but whose job it is to approve the change in a regularly scheduled meeting. Teams have to prepare and then wait for that CAB meeting day. And the drama that causes is for naught. The State of DevOps report found that having a CAB negatively impacts lead time, deployment frequency, and restore time, and performed worse than having no approval process at all. Change freeze is used to reduce risk, requiring special manual approvals to deploy only critical changes during times when customers may be impacted most by changes gone awry. But change freeze creates risk, and the longer the freeze period, the higher the risk will be. Is a tragedy. Locking down change for a long period of time results in large changes stacking up, creating more risk when large batches are released. And special manual approvals hinder the ability to quickly fix bugs or address zero-day vulnerabilities that might arise. How do we avoid security theater? Here are a few pointers to start removing the theatrics from your security process. I can't read this in 15 seconds, but these slides will be available in the community after the session. A lot of it boils down to automate, automate, automate. The key to remove waste and theatrics in IT security is to have people collaborating, using lean process, and automating repeatable tasks with effective, properly configured tools. It's DevOps, and it applies across the entirety of all the value streams in your organization. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.